Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to another episode of bot building. In today's episode, it's a little bit different as usual, you know? Like, how many times do I say that? I think if you go back to every robot building episode, I'll say, in this episode, it's a little bit different. Anyways, guys. Today, we are doing our first community build of the 4. If you guys don't know, I have a Discord server, and within that Discord server, I started an event. This event was between about 20 people. Between these 20 people, I split them up into different groups, and they would have to build a robot with only certain things to do for that robot without knowing what the previous person did until they received the file. So it's almost like a game of telephone that you guys played as a kid, you know? Like someone would whisper in your ear saying, I don't know, fuzzy bunny, and then it would end up as like train. It's really weird. But today we are going to be kind of looking over what everybody did for the first robot, which is an overhead spinner. So let's jump into the robot workshop and look at the first part of this robot. All right, here we are. This is the first part of the robot. As I stated, this is going to be between 8 different people to build a robot. This first section right here, as you can see, it's nothing crazy. It's just a chassis plate with a couple blocks behind it. So for this stage, actually 2 people had worked on this. One of the people did this chassis, and then I sent the file over to the next person, which selected the colors of this robot. So let's start it out. Banana Does Stuff. They did the chassis right here, and all I told them was, this is an overhead spinner. Good luck. And they did a really good job. I really like the shape of this. I'm curious. Okay, the arrow is pointing that way. I'm curious if that's going to change at all, because I didn't state that they couldn't change that. So I'm assuming that's going to be the front for the rest of this. I have vaguely looked at the rest of the robot. I just wanted to confirm that nothing was illegal and then send it on to the next person. But they added a little slots for the wheels to go, I'm assuming, unless they want to do something crazy with that. But I'm not sure. I love the shape of it. It's very clean, and it doesn't look huge, which is nice too. So Banana Does Stuff, good job. I really like the shape of this. Very simple, also very complex at the same time. It's unique as well. I love the wheel slots. So from there, Banana Does Stuff sent me the file, and I sent it to the next person, Philp. Philp's job was pretty simple. Philp had an easy job in this one. All they had to do was give me 3 hex color codes, and those are for the colors that this robot can be. Now, what I like doing for the community build challenges, at least, is to only be able to use X amount of colors. So this time around, I did 3 colors, and I think that's a good in-between. Like 4 might be a little too much with 2 crazy colors. 3 is, I think, just the sweet spot. Unfortunately, they chose black and white. So black and white is not unfortunately, but black and white is kind of their basic colors. So this robot has one primary color and then black and white. And they chose this nice blue right here. I really like the blue, to be honest. It has a nice kind of sky, but a little bit brighter than sky blue. It's almost like a baby blue. Very frosty, if you will, at the same time. The cool thing that we're going to see when this robot is being built on this channel, we're going to see different themes coming together, and we're going to see people putting stuff that, hey, that they think like this is going to be a certain theme, and then the next person just like has a different idea, and then they just add to it or change the theme completely. There is a rule also that you are not able to edit or modify other people's work, which I think is nice because, you know, you don't really want to put down something and that's just going to be deleted by the next person. I want everybody to have their own special touch on this robot. So it's a pretty interesting design so far. We have the colors and we have the base plate, and next person up is, oh gosh, 45436. I'm just going to call them LOL. So LOL is going to be the next person up, and we are going to jump into their bot file that I sent them. Alright, here we are. This is LOL's work right here. Their job was to do the wheel motors and the wheels. and everything in between, so they could connect them through transmissions and whatever they wanted. So they also got rid of the color blocks here, unfortunately, but that's not a problem. I'll just add them back for the next file. But we do know it's black, white, and this color, so it's nothing too crazy. At least the colors aren't missing that are complicated hex color codes, so we'll be fine without them for now. But they used Amflow 28 150s, which I like. I think that's a good drive for the motor, the wheel motors at least. And then they use these. Are these double wheels? They look like double wheels. Nope, there's just one big wheel actually. They added kind of like a little hubcap right there, which I do like. And I like it. I think it's very simple. They also made the wheels kind of protrude out the back of the robot chassis a little bit. And they went with the light blue, which I like. I like the light blue. I would have personally used black just because I like black more for wheels. That's just my preference, but I do like how the blue wheels look as well. And the robot is slowly coming together. Our next person up, you guys probably know him very well. This is my boy right here, all right? This is my boy, Brick. My boy Brickmaster. They did the weapon motor and the weapon. So we're gonna see a huge change when it comes to this robot for the next file. And Brickmaster, you did not disappoint. That looks amazing so far. They even added a little bit of decoration to it. I really like how it looks. This is a tri-bar overhead spinner. No angle to it, so it's just a flat. It's kind of like just a horizontal at this point, but it is overhead, so it works. And I'm interested, it looks like the wheels have a little bit of space, so if it gets flipped, it can also operate upside down, which would be really cool to see. They did use the quad Amflows, the 28 400s over here. So this is going to be interesting, almost a powerful weapon, and I'm excited to see what's gonna happen for this one. I also absolutely love the design that you put on here. It's kind of like, I think, like I said, it's kind of frosty. I didn't expect that to actually come true. It's a frosty kind of vibe, you know? They have like the spikes kind of popping out a little bit right here on all three bars. And then they have I like this design. You even put nuts and bolts down. I appreciate that. I appreciate the nuts and bolts. And it seems like Brick even kind of copied this over right here and kind of just messed with it a little bit, which I do like, keeping a nice theme going. Very well done, Brick. I'm excited to see how this weapon actually performs. The next person up has already worked on this robot. There is sometimes a dropout, or somebody needed to be replaced because of scheduling conflicts, or just an overlap in general. So Philp is making his way back onto this robot, and their job is to do the external chassis design and the internals. So this is a big stage. I gave the people who did this an extra couple days, just because I know that can be a pain in the butt when you build it, especially if you have a lot of stuff down already. It can be very hard to work with. So Philp, let's see what you did. So let's take a look at the file that they sent us, and look at that. All right, kind of went for just a box, which I'm cool with. It looks pretty good. They added some white into it, which I think was much needed, because a lot of the people that have already built the robot were using just the blue, minus like the tips right here, but they added some white on top, which is good, and underneath it looks black. That is crazy good. I don't know who did this, but I do like that. That might have been Philp's work right there. Kind of like a nice little bar, and the robot drives. Look at this. It looks pretty good, guys. It's not as big as I thought it would be, but I think it looks pretty good, to be honest. I like this robot a lot, and I think it could do a lot of damage, especially in the Battle of the Rookies tournament, because all four of these robots are going to be competing in the Battle of the Rookies 2 tournament. So with the chassis being completed, the internals hooked up, and everything in between, we have only 3 stages left. The next stage is an important one. This is one that's going to win or lose a lot of these robots, all 4 of these robots, to their fights. The next stage is wedges. I pretty much told the people who are doing the wedges to don't make them super scummy, as in super thin and pretty much can get underneath anything. Also make them realistic. Make them kind of have like their own theme to them. And I'm excited to see what the next person did. So let's take a look at RoboGamer's design. Alright, RoboGamer added a wedge. or little wedge forks, actually. I was actually, when I was thinking of this robot, I thought they were going to put a wedge kind of like maybe on the inside right here, but these work too. I think these are going to be good. They're pretty long, but I'm not really concerned about them being scummy. Now that could be a problem. They're very floppy right now. I don't know if I'm a huge fan of that, because I don't know. I think they're actually phasing through the weapon as well. Let me check. Yeah, they're phasing through the weapon. Don't worry about any of that, by the way. There's going to be errors when people are putting in robots. There's one job at the end where somebody is going to have to make sure that all of that is realistic and make sure that nothing phases through anything and everything looks right and performs correctly. But the wedgelets are looking pretty good. They're pretty long. I didn't expect them to be that long, but they pretty much have to. I was expecting kind of maybe them to add a little bit of a wedge out here and then put the forks on top, but this works too. It kind of has a nice vibe. My only concern now about this robot is getting hit from behind. So I'm curious if anybody's gonna add some armor or anything like that. There is a person at the end, like I said, who's gonna be doing touch-ups, and their job is to pretty much do all that type of stuff. So I'm curious if they're gonna do any of that, but the wedges are down. This robot's 108 kilograms and looking pretty good so far. I also am curious what the theme is gonna be. There hasn't really been any added theme since, I'm gonna say, Brick put down the weapon, where it just has like these kind of spikes on it. I'm guessing they're kind of like ice or like snow kind of built up on it, which that's what I'm getting out of it when I look at it. I could be wrong. They could be something else completely, but they look pretty cool. I do like how it looks. The next person up for our second to last stage of this robot is Jordan. My boy Jordan. All right, Jordan has just become one of the new mods on my Discord server. A really awesome person. One of the coolest people I've ever talked to. They're just very friendly, always have something to talk about, and I really respect Jordan. So with all that being said, I have high expectations for you, Jordan. No pressure. Jordan's job is to theme this robot. So with this, Jordan got this file right here, and Jordan's job was to pretty much look at this and take the information that they get from this and see if they can add any theming based off of what has been already put. I'm guessing he can also add stuff like I said, but I'm guessing he's gonna go for a snow theme. That's my only guess because of this. Maybe even like a retro theme, I don't know. But I'm curious what Jordan takes from these little spikes right here, because I'm not sure what they are, like I said millions of times. But I'm excited to see what he's gonna do for it. So without further ado, let's jump into that file that Jordan worked on. Well, would you look at that? He actually, wow. I do love what Jordan did on this. I love the black. I think this robot needed a little bit of a splash of black. He also added a bunch of nuts and bolts, recolored these ones to black, which I do like more. Added kind of indents right here. This is just a black little thing right here that kind of looks like it's going into the robot. I do like doing that for a lot of my robots. I wonder what this is supposed to be, a snowflake maybe? I do like that. The black underneath also has a new design. It looks like it has the white spikes down here. And then up top, this is the themes of the blue with the black behind it. I think that looks really good, to be honest. Ooh, I didn't even notice this at first. He also added the wedgelets right here to have the little frost buildup. I don't know what that is really. I'm assuming it's frost now. I think these are snowflakes. And I think that this robot is just going to be themed around snow now, which is pretty cool. I do know that this is a very similar robot actually to one of our previous community builds, Whiteout. Whiteout was ice themed, snow themed. Very interesting that I've done 3 community builds so far now, and 2 of them have been a colder theme. Like I said, I did not pick any of the colors or anything like that. I actually do believe I picked the colors for Whiteout, so I could be wrong, which are pretty much these colors. But yeah, Jordan, amazing job on this. I do love this a lot. This is my favorite part of the robot, maybe even this part right here. I do like that a lot. So this robot is obviously missing a huge thing right now. It doesn't work perfectly, and it also does not have a name. This robot needs a name. and it is up to the final stage of this community build to pick that name. So with that being said, Wolf, my boy Wolf over here, who just got off of a surgery, by the way. If you ever see Wolf in the comment section or on Discord, wish him a speedy recovery, because surgeries suck, alright? Don't get surgeries unless you need them. Then surgeries are good. But recovering from surgeries can be one of the worst things ever. So wish Wolf a speedy recovery if you ever come into contact with him, because very awesome person in general. So let's see what Wolf had done for this robot to finish it up completely. And here it is. This is the final form of this robot. The name, we were on a good pace, all right? I kind of guessed the theme for this. It's Frost Wave. I think I got it on stage 4. I got it on stage 4 when Brick put down these. I went, it's kind of frosty, kind of snowy. I don't think I said frost exactly, but I went snow, like the cold theme. But this is the final form of this robot right here, Frost Wave. I do like the name a lot, capping out at 108, which rounds up to 109, and it looks really good. Wow, I really like this robot a lot. I'm curious what Wolf did. I really hope that this is fixed, by the way. Oh, yes, it's fixed. Okay, cool. So Wolf saw that and noticed that the bar was glitching through the wedgelets. So I'm glad that that's fixed. And let's see how this robot does with damage. Oh, it's a hard hitter, guys. It's a hard hitter. I'm excited to see this robot perform. I've never really used the outside camera a lot in the test arena, but it has a lot of stuff to hit. And I think I want to start using it more often now. I just like the inside because it's closer. The camera's closer to my robot. Oh my god. We just destroyed that soccer net. Sorry, football net. I'm sorry, Europeans. Don't get mad at me. I'm trying my best, okay? Football is an American sport also, but it's not football because they throw it a lot and they run with it a lot and they set up play actions. Yeah, now you're confused. This robot's really cool though. I'm a huge fan of it, and I think it's, well, it's obviously done. There's nothing else to add to it. There's nothing else to do for this robot. So congratulations, Banana Does Stuff, Philp, Lol, Brickmaster, Robo Gamer, Jordan, and Wolf. Amazing job on this robot. I'm pretty sure you guys are also working on other robots as well, the other 3 at least. And we have a bunch of other people who were not mentioned in this video that are going to be building another robot as well for the community build. So let's test this robot out, huh? I want to fight it. I want to put this up against a robot and see how it does in the Robomania arena, because this one is going to be participating against the other Battle of the Rookies. The thing, I want to put it up against a weakness, mainly because, no, I don't actually. I don't. I'm going to put it up against the previous episode, which I believe is Fish Power. So Fish Power is going to be going up against this robot. Let's see how it works. I'm very curious to see how that fight's going to end up. All right, here we are. We're ready to fight Fish Power versus Frost Wave. Didn't realize how dark blue, or aqua, I guess, Fish Power was, compared to Frost Wave at least. Very different color vibes, and I like them a lot. I like the difference of colors. You guys are going to see in the next couple episodes the different colors that we got for the community builds. It's very cool to see. One of them is absolutely insane when it comes to colors, and I can't wait to showcase it. We do also, by the way, I should have said this earlier, but we also have a hammer, a flipper, and I believe just a regular horizontal. So we're gonna have 2 hammers, by the way, and I think this, the reason why I wanted to fight it against a different robot, I think this robot's going to have one huge witness, Frostwave in particular. I think a hammer robot is going to cause damage to that flat backside of Frostwave. If it gets the angle, of course, it has to make sure that its driving is better than Frostwave's, which Frostwave seems fast, but let's just jump into this, because I want to see how a flipper especially does against Frostwave. It's going to be very interesting to see, and why not? Let's try it in the new Robomania arena, by the way. Have a bunch of new things added to this, and I kind of want to showcase it, so let's see how it goes. We have a 3-minute fight, and let's see who wins this fight right here. So Frostwave, I think they're both AI'd as well. Oh my goodness, Fish Power has no wheels. Fish Power has no wheels left. Just like within the first 10 seconds, both of Fish Power's wheels are gone. And that's the one weakness of Fish Power right there. Let's see if Frost Wave can get a finish, or just let it count out, really. Because you'll win no matter what. You don't want to get on top. Oh! Frost Wave, what are you doing? Don't do this to us right now. A huge hit right there. Getting underneath. But also, Fish Power can flip. Can Fish Power get off a flip right here? Almost gets the flip off. I think Frost Wave can just let this one go down and we can call it a fight just because the wheels are all gone. But I will say, Fish Power can flip out of any countdown. I'm adding a rule, by the way, to the new Robomania, that if a countdown happens 3 times in a row within a minute... Oh, there goes the sparks, by the way. I gotta fix Fish Power. It can cause damage with a flip. I don't really want that to happen, but I want it to be powerful when it flips, not just not do damage. So I gotta fix that for Fish Power, because that's not how it should be. So I don't know who's getting counted out. Frost Wave got counted out. What? Oh, okay. Well, Fish Power won apparently. I don't think it won. Technically, it should have lost because it has no wheels and it had no controlled movement. But this is just a friendly fight, so it really does not matter. And don't you guys worry, Fish Power will be nerfed before the Battle of the Rookies 2 tournament. I will make sure that it does 0 damage when it flips a robot, but I want to make sure that it does somehow cause damage from the arena when a robot hits the floor. So don't worry about that yet, because it will be fixed. Alright guys, well, I really enjoyed that. I really enjoyed this whole episode. I love the community build challenge. I don't want to say that I'm the pioneer to this whole idea of a community build, but I haven't seen anybody else do it yet. So I kind of want this to be my thing, you know? I want this to be something that I do a lot, so I can get the community together with my channel and we can build awesome stuff like this robot in any episode. So I will definitely be doing more. Obviously there's 3 more lined up, but I want to make sure that we do plenty of these in the future. So if you enjoyed this episode, make sure you rate it, especially give it applause to all the people who worked on this robot today, because this is just such a good robot. This robot was actually made over the course of about 3 weeks. So we're on a good track to make sure that these robots are getting done. I will see you guys all in another episode of probably a community build. I do have a nightmare robot lined up for a future episode sometime soon, so it might be coming out before the next community build, but we'll see. And then we're inching very close to the Battle of the Rookies, which is almost here. I can't wait for that. It's going to be, I'm so excited. I have so many editing styles to try out for this. It's going to be edited very nicely. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. Like I said, please rate this video, positive or negative. Any feedback is good for me. And make sure you write down a comment below whether you like this robot or not. Other than that, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, night, week, weekend, whatever it may be. And other than that, I hope you guys all have a good one.